So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know people who are always negative about things and people who choose to see the positive in everything. So today my quote is, you can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. So what I took from this quote is that there are basically two types of people. One, although maybe they've been through failures, maybe they had a lot of good come from their life, and yet always see that negative aspect of life and are always talking, yeah, this happened to me, and I got this job offer, but it wasn't really the job that I wanted. And then there's those people who, although get thrown a lot of obstacles from left and right, they choose to see, well, yeah, maybe I went through that for a reason, maybe that will help me grow as a person, or maybe from what I've gotten from those obstacles thrown on me, I would grow as a person. So the first type of person I would like to talk about is the people who always choose to see the negative. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys has high school graduates, and I'm sure there's at least one person in your high school that you knew would always talk about people, always say, yeah, did you hear about this person? Or maybe about even himself, and said, yeah, I got into this college, but that's not really where I want to go, so I disappointed in myself. So you can tell more about that person you can tell that he is not really, or she is not really the type of person to be grateful. Most likely they're just trying to become a better person, but maybe they should see both sides and think about, although they didn't get what they wanted, they got something out of it, and that something can be something good, although they don't realize it yet. And the other type of person who always chooses to see the positive. Me, I didn't personally got to go to the university I wanted to. I didn't really have that option, and I came here and I thought, well, although I didn't get to the school I wanted, I'm still getting an education. I'm still eventually going to get there, so I don't see what's the point of sitting there crying, disappointed that I didn't get the chance to do what I wanted. So I chose to see the positive side of what I thought was something negative, and it turned out that I really enjoy coming here and I really enjoy the school, and I'm happy that I got this opportunity rather than just sitting at home and not being able to go to college. So all in all, I think the quote that says, you can tell more about a person by what he says and about others than you can by what others say about him is true, because if somebody's always talking negative about something or someone, you can tell they're a negative person. You don't want to surround yourself around them, rather than those who always choose to see the good in people and always choose to see the good in the obstacles that get thrown at them. And yeah, that's all.
All right, Jasmine, I thought that your introduction was okay. It's a reference to sort of vague experiences that people would have, and I think that that's a little abstract, but you do get to the topic very clearly, and you cited it very nicely. I thought that you had a clear interpretation of what you thought it meant. There was a reasonable preview of the points that you were going to make in the presentation, so you start off pretty well knowing where you're going, and it's always best if you know where you're going at the beginning of the speech. The supporting material, I thought on the first section that the material is okay, but it does stay a little bit abstract. I thought you were better off on the second section when you had your own personal experience that you were able to use to support the point that you were talking about, and that worked a little bit better. Your voice projects pretty well. I think that's effective. I can hear you, and there's variety in your voice, but I think you could use a little bit more energy and a little bit more variety and emphasis and your tone. It's not that you're a monotone speaker, but it is that you are not using as much variety as might be appropriate for a big audience and a group that you're speaking to. It flows very well. You're speaking, there aren't a lot of hesitations, stops and starts. I didn't hear a lot of interjected vocalized pauses, so you're doing a good job there. There's some pretty good indicators while you're speaking with your hands and gestures. You keep them simple, but every once in a while you point out something, you're doing the right kinds of things there. Maybe you could be a little bit more expansive, but I didn't see anything that I thought was problematic there. The only thing that I thought was maybe a little bit problematic about the delivery issues, there were two things. One is that you have a tendency to keep looking down at the topic, and I don't know if you wrote notes down there or not, but when you keep looking at the topic for inspiration, you're breaking off from the audience, and that's not really something that you want to be doing. So try to avoid doing that. That's why one of the reasons that you don't want to have any notes when you are giving an impromptu speech. You just kind of need to rely on what you've got in your head. The other thing is that you've got anxious feet. You keep shifting your weight around and crossing your legs, and so all of your anxiety is coming out in your feet there, and I think that's perhaps a little bit of a problem. So you got to watch out for that. Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Tristan, come on over and get some topics and send Jesse in. Whoa, where did all my topics go? Oh, here they are. I got them. They're down here. They're down here. Have you had that one? Oh, I don't know. There you go.